Okay, I'm going to say a few Georgian words and phrases, sentences, and it's basically broken Georgian, grammatically poor. Let's say, okay. So it's broken Georgian, and I'm gonna tell you what it means in English, and then I'm going to tell you how I'm going about learning Georgian. I've only started learning maybe 2 weeks ago. Before that, I knew just a few words. Gamarjoba, Madloba. Just very, very few words, maybe like 5 to 10 words, okay? 2 weeks ago, I started to learn. I started to actually like sit down every day, maybe just half an hour, and learn new words. And as I go on about throughout my day, I am surprisingly quickly picking up on the language, and I'd like to share with you how you could do the same thing with any language as you travel and perhaps live in certain places for certain periods of time. Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot random things here, random words, random phrases, and I'll tell you what they mean. Mi fars portugali da limoni da cartupelli. So this means I love oranges, lemons, and potatoes. Now, how did I learn this? Well, I wanna go and buy these things because I love them, right? So as I'm there, I'm looking, and I'm like, what does this mean? So I pull my phone and I look up, English to Georgian, orange, portugali, potato, cartupilli, lemon, limoni, right? So you learn vocabulary and don't worry about the grammar because you will be understood. Okay, you will be understood if you just say it simply. You say the words, the grammar is non-existent, but you'll be understood. Think about somebody coming up to you and speaking broken English. I have conversations with Georgians here, especially the younger generations, 30 and under. I had one with someone today. I'm speaking to them broken Georgian and they're speaking to me broken English, but we're understanding one another because you don't really need grammar to understand somebody else. Using the body language, just you say the words and you use the body language and the message comes across. I was invited today by this construction crew because I started speaking to them, my broken Georgian, and they said, come here, want to invite you to eat. And I had conversations with them. And if I don't understand something, I just say, Gai meoret tushet laba, which means, can you please repeat? Or, now how did I learn this? Same thing. I go and look up, please repeat, right? Google Translate, and then I see this. Just please repeat. Another one that I use, what was it? Nella ila paraket. Nella ila paraket, which means can you please speak slowly? Nella means slowly. Ila paraket means speak slowly, right? So there we go. You just gotta put in 2 or 3 words together. Another one that I use, suta. This one always gets a positive feedback, okay, from the Georgian people. I say suta Kartulad Vlaparakop. I speak little Georgian. It's just 3 words. Suta means little. Suta Kartulad means Georgian. And then Vlaparakop, I speak. So I speak little Georgian. They understand right away. Yeah, it's not grammatically sound or anything like that, but they understand right away. They understand what I'm saying, and usually I get a smile out of this, or just a very positive Because, you're telling them I speak little Georgian, they want to help you right away, and you're making the effort. And I just learn a lot. So I'm going there, I want to buy something, and then I'm like, how do I communicate to the cashier that so that they know that I'm struggling here with the language? And then I pull my phone, I look it up. I speak little Georgian, just simple, like a child would speak. And then I take the words and I just sort of memorize them or look at them, say them a few times, and off you go. Another technique is, don't try too hard to learn the language. Just repeat the words and let them go. Just let it go. Like yesterday, I spent an hour before going out of the house to try and learn. And I was trying really hard. And then the cashier says something and I completely blank out. I didn't even know what to say, not even a word. Not even a word. Because I was trying so hard before and I wanted to go out and practice and I just completely blanked out. On the other end today, I was just so relaxed. I didn't even do anything. I just let whatever I learned from yesterday digest, just like food digests. And then today I woke up very relaxed, didn't do anything in the morning, no learning, nothing. And I go out and I'm speaking. Like I'm speaking. I'm looking at people. Gamar chopa, me Canadidan var. I'm from Canada. Tsuta, kartulad, vlaparakop. I speak little Georgian. And then I ask people, English, suri, laparakop. Do you speak Shen? What is it? You speak English? And you say it in a questioning manner, right? Shen, English, suri, laparakop. Do you speak English? And this is a cute word. Isera, so. So if I'm really struggling now, I just say budishi, which means sorry. Isera kartulli. It's just like my Georgian is so. It's always a very positive, they see you're trying to make the effort, and I just do it throughout my day. I tried to do an entire hour yesterday and I just blanked out because I was trying so hard. So I just do it throughout the day. I learned 2 things today because I was invited to the feast and I didn't know how to communicate it in the feast. So I came home and I wanted to find out, how do I say this? So one thing, I don't eat meat. So came home and I just thought, okay, next time I'm in this situation, I would just want to know what to say. So then I learned it. So let's see if I remember it here. So me ar cham. What was meat? Sorti. Okay, I forgot what meat is. So see, tomorrow I'll remember it though. It's a weird thing where in the same day I could say it 50 times and then I'll forget. Like I said it 50 times, I forgot what the word meat is. But tomorrow I'll remember. I'll wake up, I'll know what it is. Pew! Right? So you've got to let it digest, just like food when you're learning a language. Let it digest. You repeat it, you say it, and then just forget about it. And then move on and then take a break. I've learned so much that I got to take a break. Okay, after this, I'm not gonna learn any Georgian. I just gotta take a break. That's it. Go do something else tomorrow morning. Wake up, get some good sleep. I'll remember the things I learned today. Or actually, usually there is even a delay, like 2 or 3 days. But then after 3 days, I'm like, just like that. Guy meorek tushet zlaba. Can you please repeat? I spent so much like 3 days ago trying to learn that, and I kept forgetting it. And then today, when I was speaking to these construction guys that invited me, right away it was like subconscious. I was like, "Guy meorek tushet zlaba. Can you please repeat?" Another thing, budishi, sorry. So I wanna start off again. It's throughout my day as I'm doing things. So 2 days ago, I didn't know how to do something in the supermarket. So then I go to the cashier, and before that, I go look up on this, right? So I know how to say I speak little Georgian, but I also wanted to tell her that I don't understand how to do something. So I just looked up on Google. I don't understand. Me ar miss. Simple. So I told her, started off the conversation. What was it? So Tsuta Kartolat Laparakop, I speak little Georgian. And then just because I just saw it right now, I told her about the bag. I told her, Miar Miss. I don't understand how to do this. And she was so helpful, and she looked at me, she's like, whoa, like you're making an effort. And then this is something I just did sort of subconsciously, because I want to tell, like, whenever I have a conversation with somebody and they're kind. So I looked it up on Google just randomly when I was here, like when I just was hanging out in my apartment. How do you say you're good? Just you're good, right? So it's simple. I typed in you're good, and then kargi khar means you're good, you're a good person. And I told her after, because she was so helpful, and she's like, oh, madloba, thank you. So you learn, this is how I'm learning. I'm not doing any structured learning. Honestly, I saw this from someone also, it confirmed it for me, the way I was learning. He's got a YouTube channel, his name is Bold and Bankrupt. He's hilarious. He goes to all these post-Soviet countries and travels there, and he's really funny. And he learned Russian, and he said the same thing. He said, forget grammar. He said, learn as much vocabulary as you can, and I 100% agree. I'm just learning vocabulary, like I'm just learning. Portokhali, kartopelli, limoni. Just learning the different bread, puri, water, skali, right? Skali. So today, when I was invited and somebody says skali, and I'm like, ki, which means yes, because he's asking me, do you want water? I was like, yeah, because I randomly looked it up yesterday, right? As I'm doing my groceries, I'm like, I wonder what that means. So I'm in the supermarket and I go to buy some water, and I get my phone up and I look it up. Water, skali. Okay, great. And great. Okay, some words are really easy. 2, you make connections. For example, skali. So I connected it to Ma Kali, which is a Hindu figure, Mother Kali. I'm like, that's easy. You just say Kali, water. It's Kali. So I connected water with flow, with the feminine. The Kali is the feminine. So you make the connections. Another one, Kartveli Khalchi. Khalchi means, so Kartveli Khalchi Kargya, which means Georgian people are good, or Georgian people are kind. Khalchi means people. Khal in Arabic means uncle. So I just connected Khalchi, rhyme it. Khalchi, Uncle Khi, just right. So you make the connections. See things that you already know in different languages, and you make the connections, or different figures, or this makes it super easy. And this is the fastest way I'm retaining these words. I'm using English and Arabic, which I speak both, and then not just that, like Skali, which means water. I'm using a Hindu figure that I'm sort of intimate with the knowledge of, and boom, like right away. I remember it. Let's see, what's another example of these associations that I make? Oh, Portukhali is Arabic Portucala, so that's very easy. Adamyani. Adamyani means person. Adam means Adam, right? Insan, Adam, like, the first human, Adam. So, okay, it's easy. Adam is the first human in many cultures. Adam Yani. All right. Dres means day or today. Dres, day. In English, day. Dres. You just dres. Right away. Association. Remember it like this. Dres aris mziani. It means today is sunny. Right? I do random things. I'm walking around, I'm looking at something like, what does the sun mean? And I look it up, and I just vocabulary. Just keep learning vocabulary when you learn a new language. Vocabulary. Just hit it up with vocabulary. That's it. All you need to do when you're interacting with people in the supermarket, on the streets. I just got food delivery. I interacted with the guy. He speaks a little bit of English. I speak a little bit of Georgian. So I told him, me kartuli sira. So he looks at me, he says, my English, so, and then gives me a fist bump. You see, because we're both trying to learn the language. So we're both practicing together, and all you really need is to just use a few words, few vocabulary. And when you're speaking with them, just tell them, learn how to say, can you please speak slowly in a polite way? And then they'll speak slowly, and then anything you don't understand has nothing to do with grammar. It's still with you not knowing that vocabulary. But if you know the vocabulary and they're speaking slow, you'll make out what they're saying. Combined with the body language, you'll make out what the other person's saying. Okay? So what else? And then make associations with the words. Like I said, with they, dress. So English, they, dress, very easy, right? What else? It helps if, again, it's Kali, so you connect it. And then father is mama, and mom is dede. So it's the other way around, you see? So that's a funny one, actually. Woman means, I literally looked that up today. Woman means, it's Kali? No, that's water. Something Kali, actually. So it's just, I think it's a letter before. So again, I'm like, okay, it's easy to remember. I'll look it up again today and I'll remember it, because Kali, it's the mother Kali, it's a Hindu figure, it's a feminine figure. So again, you make these connections. So then money means pulley. And today when I was talking to these people and they said pulley, I actually understood that they were talking about money. And what do you know? Just a few seconds later, somebody asked me, what do you do for work? I just heard the word pulley. And I'm like, okay, they must be talking about money here. Because when they heard I'm from Canada, they were saying things and I heard pulley. So I just made in my mind that they're talking about money in Canada, because people have an idea that, you know, you go to Canada and you make a lot of money, which is inaccurate. Used to be true maybe 20 years ago, but no longer. 70-80% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. Just a higher standard of living, but still paycheck to paycheck and in debt. So that's a common myth. But I just because I knew the word pulley, which means money. How did I know? I'm just looking up randomly throughout the day. I'm taking out money or just, you know, counting how much I have. I'm like, I wonder what money means, and I just look it up. So vocabulary, and associations. You associate the vocabulary with something in your own language or just things you know of, and you're on your way. You're really on your way then. If you're gonna spend time learning grammar, you're gonna waste a lot of time. A lot of valuable time. Because at the end of the day, the broken version of any language gets you through. You know this, when somebody comes up to you and speaks broken English, you're still able to help them. You're still able to have a conversation with them and make a connection with them and make rapport with them. Right? Somebody doesn't have to tell you, like I teach students English, Chinese students, right? And so, you know, most of them still have a broken English. I understand everything they're saying. You know, do you have to say, like I'll ask a student, what did you eat today? So they'll tell me, today I eat rice and chicken. Did they have to say I ate rice and chicken for me to understand and make a connection with them? No. I still correct it for them because that's my job as an English teacher, but I perfectly understand what they're trying to say. And the funny thing happens is if I'm not teaching and I'm just speaking to a random person and they're trying to learn English and their English is broken, what is so hilarious is that I start to speak in broken English. It's a way to connect with that other person. Actually, I start to do that. So somebody will say, I go home, then I'll start to speak like that too. You know, like I'll say something like, today I have a good day. Instead of saying I'm having a good day. So when I'm speaking to someone whose English is broken, I break my English. Now remember, when I came to Canada, I didn't speak any English. Besides yes and no, and maybe the colors. Yeah, I knew the colors. Yes and no. Hello and goodbye. 1 to 10. That's about it. So I can break my English down. And I find that it's actually a good strategy to connect with others, because as long as we're understanding one another, or we're trying, or we're making a connection, the grammar is not all that important. And you know, I could see myself, if I live here, say long term, I could see myself within a year having conversations with Georgians, conversations with a broken ass Georgian. I could see that happening. It's already happening on a smaller scale. So I could see it happening in a year, like conversation. How are your kids? I just gotta learn how to say children. I already know how to say how much. Ragirs, how much? Ragirs kartopelli, how much potatoes? You know, I'm sure the grammar is broken here, but you get it. They get it. Right? Numbers, I can count till 30 now. Right? They got a weird numerical system in Georgian, really weird. It's the weirdest I've ever seen. So after 40, it gets a little bit more because it uses a 20. It's a 20 number system. It's Georgian language is very unique, very unique actually, and I like the sound of it. I really enjoy learning it. I found Thai much more difficult to learn, and I didn't put the effort. So when I move to Thailand again, I will make the effort this time because of this systematic way or non-systematic way that is somewhat systematic actually of learning now. It's very randomized. It's very, what does this mean? What does this mean? All right, put these things together. And then you sort of start to make the connection. You start to make the connections, right? So yeah, I saw a video by Bold. He's a traveler. Bold and Bankrupt. He speaks Russian. He's traveling through all these Russian-speaking countries. He's speaking with the populace, no problem. But his Russian is broken. He doesn't have grammar. But he's getting along, he's understanding, and he said, he's like, anytime I have a misunderstanding when I'm speaking to someone in Russian is because I didn't understand the vocabulary, not because I didn't understand the grammar. Like I said today, I just heard the word pulley and I understood what the conversation was, because it's about money. Because I just told them I'm from Canada, and I heard the word puri, so I'm like, okay, you must be talking about making money, like in Canada, because that's what they think. And then, what do you know? They ask me, what do you do? Do you make a lot of money? You know, and because there's one person who spoke broken English, but you know, I understood. He just told me Canada. He told me like Canada make money. So I understand right away. I'm like, he's asking, do you make money, a lot of money in Canada? Is the economy good? That's what I can understand right away just from 3 words. A lot of communications through body language and through intention. You pick up on what's going on. You know, so that's my way of learning, and it's working tremendously actually. And you get the cute points too. You know, when somebody speaks like broken English, you know, you look at it like, that's cute, right? So it's cute. You get the cute points, right? So when you're speaking a broken language, a broken version of the language, you know, the local populace they find it cute, right? So. I'm looking forward to spend more time and learning, and I'm just loving it because I'm not trying hard. I tried hard yesterday and then I blanked out. I didn't even know how to say anything, not a single word. I blanked out. I did because I was trying so hard in the morning to learn, and I wanted to go out and be like, all right, you know, let's apply your let's apply your knowledge. It's like if I'm trying to make a video here, I can't make it. Now it's just coming so effortlessly because it wants to come out. Because you internalize something. So I'm starting to internalize this way of speaking. So when I explain it to you, the way of learning, I don't have to try so hard. So the words come very effortlessly. So yeah, shout out to anybody that's Georgian here. I'm sure you found it cute, the brokenness of the language, but you also understood most of what I was saying when I was speaking it. So there's my proof. I'm all in for a simpler way of communication actually, you know, and when you sort of just speak with a broken grammar, you simplify it, and it's really nice actually. Yeah, it really is nice. All right. The Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. We use very complicated languages anyway. So all right. Thank you to all the listeners, all the watchers. I've got links in the description if you want to support this channel financially. I demonetize all the videos because of all the censorship. I'm against it. So that means my channel doesn't get promoted as much, but whatever. I love you guys. We already have who is meant to find these videos is meant. If you want to support, a couple of bucks a month on Patreon or one-time donations on PayPal, links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.